Welcome to your 30-day yoga challenge. I'm Lydia and today is 17. We're going to be practicing a dynamic yoga flow today. So we're going to be working the body as well as the mind. We're going to begin the practice by finding a comfortable seat. Bringing some grounding into your day. Just find something comfortable to sit on. If you're sitting on a bolster or a block, then think about lengthening up through the spine. And if you're on the floor and you still feel like you're rounding through the lower back, then sit onto your heels. Bringing the hands either together or onto your knees. Closing down the eyes and just taking a few deep breaths before we begin. If you've had a busy day, this is a chance just to bring some stillness into your daily routine. And you're more than welcome to take this practice at your own level, as I'll be working through different progressions to suit you. Now just bring the mind into the present moment. Get rid of any distracting thoughts. Focusing on the breath. Relaxing the face. Releasing tension around your temples, your shoulders, the legs. And just notice if the body naturally wants to fidget or the mind begins to wander. It's completely natural and normal. Just bring your awareness back to your breath. And you can practice this as well as we work through your flows. So if you do lose control of your breath or your mind begins to wander, just take the asanas a little bit easier or a little bit slower if you need to. In your own time, let's work through a few movements now as we work through some gentle shoulder rolls. We'll just bring the shoulders up and down away from the ears, just releasing some tension off here. And interlock the hands, feel a nice stretch through the upper back as you relax the head. Big breath in and exhale as we lift the arms up. Release the hands and let's wiggle through the fingers as we bring them down towards the floor. Let's bring the body round now onto all fours. Knees underneath the hips, hands underneath the shoulders as we find your first tabletop. Finding some length in the spine here. Hands come underneath the shoulders. Taking a few deep breaths as we work through some cat-cows together. Breathing in as you lower into your cow. Let's exhale as you push up into your cat. Maybe start to work through the segments like we've done before. So in your cat pose, let's work through the tailbone first as you lift the tailbone. Work through each vertebra, slowly bringing the shoulder blades together, then lift the head. And then you reverse by tucking the chin round the upper back and slowly tuck the tailbone one vertebra at a time. And then reverse. Bringing some blood flow into the back of the body now. And then let's bring a neutral spine, tuck the toes, lift the hips into your first down dog, spreading the fingers. Keep the arms engaged as we bring the shoulders away from the ears. The tailbone is lifted now. Let's walk through your down dog, see how it feels for you today. Maybe you step one leg, really releasing off some tension through the lower back and feel the head relax. From here, step, hop or jump, bringing the feet up towards the hands. Let's give your shoulders a shake as we slowly roll up. Again, let's focus on one vertebra at a time. So the tailbone tucks under, then the lower back, then your lumbar, your thoracics, leaving the shoulders and the head to come up last. Ground in the feet. And we're really going to work through your sun salutation today. So we're going to work through each progression, level 1, 2, and 3. So from the Tadasana, let's engage the legs as we really lengthen the front of the body. Inhale as we open the chest and bring the arms up. Exhale as you bring the hands through the center, find your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, hands to floor. We'll step into your plank, level 1. Let's lower the knees, bend into the arms, and as you inhale, we're going to pull through into your cobra. Level 1, you keep the elbows soft. Let's see how this feels for you today. The shoulders are still away from the ears. Be mindful of the lower back. On your next exhale, let's sit the hips back so you're on your knees. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, and you're back into your downward facing dog. From here, inhale as we ripple through the spine, find your high plank. Shoulders come over the wrists, keep the tailbone tucked here. We're pushing up through the fingertips, engage your glutes. Big breath in and exhale as we lower the knees, bringing the hips back into your first child pose, breathing into the belly. You can always come back to this pose if you need to. On your next inhale, let's step that right foot forward, slow lunge. Lengthening up through the spine. Exhale as we reach the arms up. Big breath in, lengthen the spine. Exhale as we twist over your front leg. Maybe we look over that right shoulder. Feeling the twist now through the spine. Opening up the chest. Holding for one more breath. Maybe you wrap the hips as you inhale, bringing that left hand to your right hip. And exhale as we lengthen back out into that twist. Big breath in. Exhale as we windmill the arms. Either side of your front leg. Nice and light on the fingertips here as we tuck the back toes. Let's extend your back leg so the thigh muscles are engaged on your quad. Big breath in as we reach up with the arms. Stay strong in the legs. High lunge. Shoulders come away from the ears. The hips stay square. Big breath in as we reach up with the arms. Slowly lower hands to floor. Ground in the hands. We're going to shoot the front foot back. High plank. Let's work through level 2 now. Carry on with level 1 here if you prefer. But we're going to inhale as we lower on your toes this time. Pull through to your up dog. Your full cobra now, lengthening the arms, shoulders away from the ears. From here, tuck the toes, lift the hips into your downward facing dog. Relax the head. So we work straight from your cobra then into your down dog. Level 1, you go cobra to your knees and then downward facing dog. From here, step, hop or jump feet to hands. Shaking out the shoulders and let's roll up through the spine. Working through level 1 or level 2 if that's good for you. And I'll work through level 3 this time. Inhale, let's open the chest as you reach the arms up. Bring the palms together. Let it all go. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands to floor. Step or level 3, let's jump. Inhale as you bend through your plank, pull through to your full cobra. Engage the front of your legs on this one, shoulders away from the ears. And we're going to roll over your toes, coming straight into your downward facing dog. That's all the levels we're going to work through today. So find the one that suits you best. If you feel like you're fatiguing in level 3 already, you want to maintain the practice and stay strong throughout. So maybe drop to level 2. Wherever you are, let's lower the knees, relax the head and bring it back into your child pose. Rocking through the hips if that feels good. Inhale as we step your right foot forwards. Ground in that foot. Inhale as we reach the arms up. Big breath in. Exhale as we twist over that left leg. Open the chest. Feel some length in the arms. Maybe we look over your left shoulder. On your next inhale, maybe you wrap your hips, bringing that right hand to your left hip. Exhale as we lengthen. Inhale as we windmill the arms. Exhale as we tuck the back toes, find your high lunge. Inhale as we reach the arms up. Squaring up the hips, shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bring the hands to floor. Let's shoot that front foot back, high plank. Choose child pose here or your chaturanga. Inhale as you lower. Pull through to your up dog. And let's bring the hips up into your downward facing dog. Walking through your legs here if that feels good. Really nice. We've walked through your hips now already. I hope that feels good and feeling nice and warm. Let's move it into a side plank now. So I'm going to show you 3 different levels here as well. Let's lower onto the knees. Bring the left hand into the center of the mat. You can keep that left knee down if that's feeling good for you. And just lift up, staying strong through the core here. If you're feeling strong today, bring that right leg in front. The left leg comes in line with your left hand. And really lift up through this bottom glute. Nice and strong through that top arm. Hold in for 1 more breath. Maybe you bring that top leg on top of the bottom. And on your next exhale, let's slowly lower. Taking your time, let's bring it to the other side. Ground in the hand, the knees in line with the hand and in line with your left foot. Reach and open, either stay here or lengthen your bottom leg. Maybe bring that top leg on top. It's slightly easier having the top leg in front, but if it's feeling good and strong, stack it. Hold in for 1 more breath. Stay strong in that bottom arm. And exhale as we slowly bring it down. Nice, I hope that felt good. Through the shoulders. Let's tuck the toes here, lift the hips in your down dog. Step, hop or jump, feet to hands. Shaking out the shoulders. We're going to toe heel the feet now wide. So the toes turn out. We're going to sink into the hips, lengthen through the spine, and let's look for your squat. Breathe back into the belly. Make any shapes there that you might need. It's a full body stretch, so let's scan the whole body here, the ankles, the knees, the hips. The palms are together. Let's stay strong through the upper body. On your next exhale, we're going to lift the hips. Keep the elbows touching the knees as you bring the hands through the gap. Feel that length on the back of the body. Inhale as we pull back down into your squat. Exhale as we lift and lengthen. 2 more. Inhale, bring it down. Exhale, lift and lengthen. Last one. Inhale, bend. Exhale, lengthen the spine, lengthen the legs and release the arms. Toe heel the feet in as we find your Tadasana, rolling up through the spine. Strong mountain pose, engaging the thighs. Inhale, let's reach the arms up. Exhale, palms together. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to floor, step, hop or jump. Your Chaturanga. Coming into your downward facing dog. Let's lift up the right leg here, 3-legged dog. This one, we're going to keep the hips square. Let's really feel it now. The glutes are engaged. On your next exhale, bring that leg all the way through into your lunge. Inhale, let's reach the arms up, high lunge. Keep this balance. You can stay here if this is feeling good. Or let's bring the hands onto the hips for warrior 3. So nice and controlled. Weight comes onto that front leg. Take your time, lift and extend that back leg. Find your balance. Breathing into the belly. Maybe you extend the arms today. Find that length. And we're going to reverse. Lower the back leg down, high lunge. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, lower the hands either side of your front leg. Find your breath. You can lower the back knee here if you need to. On your next exhale, we're going to lift the hips. Find your triangle pose. Keeping the hips square. Relax your head towards your knee. Opening up the back of the body. From here, inhale, let's look for a halfway lift. Placing your left hand either to the left side of that front foot or in front. And on your next exhale, maybe you come into a twist. Let's reach and open. Stay calm. And exhale, let's bring that hand down. Stepping your back foot forwards. Bending into one knee at a time. And you have an option here. You can either come into your squat, hold in that squat pose for 5 breaths. Keeping it still. Or we're going to try crow. We've done crow in the past. If you're still learning crow, then just lift off one foot or keep both feet on the floor. Let's just work on the arms. So bend into the elbows, spread the fingers, knees come on top. If you feel like you got it today, really push up through your fingertips and round the upper back. You're looking forwards, the hips stay high, and let's just try and lift one or both feet off of the floor. If you're in your squat, hold for another 3 breaths. And exhale as you slowly come on down, shaking out the shoulders. Let's hold on to the elbows, relax the head. Maybe you rock side to side if that's feeling good. And then dropping your arms and take your time again, focusing on one vertebra at a time to bring the body up to a comfortable standing, strong Tadasana. Inhale as we reach the arms up. Exhale as we bring the palms together, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to floor, step, hop or jump. Your chaturanga, let's flow it through to your own body. Do what it needs. Let's lift the hips into your down dog. And I'll meet you in down dog. Really nice. On your next inhale, let's lift up with your left leg, 3-legged dog. Exhale, let's bring that leg all the way through, high lunge. Reaching up with the arms, keeping this balance. Either stay here or pop the hands on the hips. Ground that front leg, shoulders away from the ears. Take your time to float your way into warrior 3. Use a wall if you need to for balance. Maybe you reach up with the arms. And slowly lower, reverse back into your high lunge. Exhale, ground the hands to floor. Let's lift the hips, find your triangle pose, lengthen through the spine, head towards that knee. On your next inhale, lengthen the spine. Your right hand comes in front or to the side of your front foot and we twist. Hold in for 3 breaths. And exhale as we bring it down. Step that back foot forwards and let's bend into the knees now, bringing the body down onto the back. I'm going to show you a wild thing pose. So we're going to start with some options. Level 1, we're going to find tabletop. Let's roll the shoulder blades back and down. Lift the hips, feel this stretch. It's an active pose. The hips are high, the shoulders are open. Breathe into the belly. And on your next exhale, let's slowly bring it down. Either repeating that pose again, or we're going to lengthen your right leg on a diagonal. So your right leg straight, your left foot stays where it is. The left arm reaches up, so we're on one arm. We've done a single arm plank today, so this should feel good. You should feel active and ready to do this. So we're going to push through the left foot and the right hand, and then the right leg supports us. The left arm is up, so we find another hip extension. If your hips are staying low, that's fine. You can work on really lifting and looking for that hip extension. Open the chest here. And exhale as you slowly lower. Let's see how it feels on the other side as we ground that right foot, lengthen your left leg, ground the left arm. Big breath in, exhale as we reach. Opening up the body. And exhale as we slowly release. Bringing the body through now. You can cross the legs and bring it through, or bring the legs round to the side. And we're going to come from down dog. It's up to you if you want to give this a go from downward facing dog into your wild thing. So let's tuck the toes, lift the hips, down dog. We're going to lift and extend your right leg, three-legged dog. Bend into that knee, open the hips. Let's look for the foot under your left shoulder. Hold here if that's feeling good. Or let's lower your right foot down. Coming into a nice twist. Lift the hips, open the chest. Wild thing. And slowly bring it back. Rewind, square up the hips, three-legged dog, and let's lower the knees down. Bring it into a child pose. Rock through side to side if you like. Stay here if you need to, or let's try and work on the other side. So let's look for that down dog. We're just conditioning the body now for you to move this into a full flow. So downward facing dog, let's inhale as we lift your left leg high. Bend into that knee. Let's look for the foot under your right shoulder. Either stay here or lower that foot. Lift the hips into your wild thing. Staying strong through that right hand. And exhale as we bring it back. Rewind, square up the hips, three-legged dog, and then lower the knees into your child pose. Bringing the hips back, and I'm going to give you a little challenge now as we come into a forearm plank, and we're going to aim for a minute together. If you need to lower the knees at any point during this plank, then do so, but try and do it, and you can let me know how you get on as well. So let me just go through the technique. We're going to spread the fingers, squeeze the elbows towards each other. We're not relaxing, okay? You can use a block here as well. It's a super good way to get the serratus anterior muscles strong. With the shoulders, we're protracting. The shoulders come over the elbows. With the tailbone and lower back, we tuck under into a posterior tilt. If you're on your knees, you're going to stay here for a minute. If you're on your toes, you lift the legs, find hip extension and engage your glutes. Get ready, wherever you are. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Bringing the elbows towards each other. Taking some deep breaths. The whole body is engaged. Keep pushing up through the upper back and squeeze the elbows towards each other. We're halfway, guys. Final 20 seconds. Focus on your breath. You got this. Final 10. Keep it there for 3, 2, 1, and rest. Give yourself a pat on the back if you did that one. Let's bring it round now. Hug into the knees and let's just rock side to side. Maybe you lengthen out into a happy baby. But make any shapes if you feel you need a different one. Maybe bring the legs together. We've done a lot of leg exercises today, so bringing your legs up higher than the heart, maybe give them a little shake. Maybe you step through one knee at a time. And when you feel the heart rate begin to slow down, let's lengthen the legs out into your final pose, into your Savasana. Lengthen the legs out, using a pillow or a cushion if you need to. The most rewarding pose of all. Bringing that neutral spine back, the legs are fully relaxed and the shoulders are just grounding towards the floor. Take some deep breaths, bring your awareness back to your breath, and if the mind begins to wander, just acknowledge and bring it back. Notice all the sensations. I'll just leave you in a little bit of silence, noticing any sounds. Maybe the sound of your own breath. Giving the body just a chance to rest. You might find it relaxes a little bit easier after a physical practice, like a dynamic yoga flow. So just take a few more deep breaths here. And then stay here if you have time, but when you're ready, slowly waken the body back up by just making some gentle movements. Really take your time to bring the body up onto one side and use the hands if you need to support. And then finding some length in the spine and a comfortable seat, bringing the hands to center or heart center. I'd like to say thank you so much for joining in, and let me know if you have any feedback. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon or evening or morning. Namaste.